The transfer window isn't even officially open yet, but wow, the rumor mill is absolutely churning.
It never really stops, does it?
Aha, no, it doesn't. Welcome, everyone, to the Deep Dive. We're here to get into the latest football whispers and potential moves.
And just a reminder, all the news we're digging into today comes straight from EPLnews.org.
That's right. So if any particular story grabs you, you can find the full details over on their website, EPLnews.org.
Today, yeah, we're diving into that whole swirl of transfer gossip, maybe some manager changes too. It's across the board.
Absolutely. From Premier League giants down to, well, everywhere else, it's always moving.
It really is. And we're trying to pull out the stuff that looks most interesting, maybe most impactful.
Okay, let's kick off with one that certainly raised my eyebrows. Aston Villa.
Right.
They're apparently having internal chats about trying to sign Kevin de Bruyne.
Wow. De Bruyne.
Yeah. Sky Sports are even saying he's probably leaving Manchester City this summer. He's 33 now, but still, Villa thinking about that. That's ambitious.
It's incredibly ambitious. I mean, De Bruyne's quality is, well, it's obvious. Still world class.
Totally.
For Villa, landing him, that's a huge statement. Says they're serious about, the top spots, maybe Europe too.
That the financials?
Exactly. You've got to think about the wages. They'd be massive.
Yeah.
And how does he fit into their current midfield setup?
Is it a short-term gamble or something longer?
That's the question, isn't it? A big gamble, but potentially a massive reward.
Okay. Staying in England, but a totally different vibe. Leeds United.
Uh-huh.
The Mail is reporting they're actually considering sacking Daniel Farke.
After getting promoted.
Right after he got them back into the Premier League. It feels backwards.
It does seem strange on the surface. But, sometimes it's about different visions for what comes next.
Like how to stay up.
Yeah, maybe the board wants a different approach for the Premier League, different style, different players needed, or sometimes it's stuff behind the scenes you don't see.
Personality clashes or something.
Could be. It just shows promotion doesn't always mean everything's smooth sailing. On-field success isn't the only factor.
Definitely gives you pause. Right, let's shift to some younger talent catching eyes. Milos Kerkez.
Ah, yes, the Bournemouth left back.
Yeah.
Hungarian international.
He's only 21, and according to Sky Sports again, Liverpool, Real Madrid, and Man City are interested. That's quite the list.
That is serious interest. Tells you he's got something special.
What makes these huge clubs all look at the same young defender?
Well, they're scouting for that mix, aren't they? Current ability, sure, but huge future potential.
Right.
Kerkez must be showing athleticism, maybe good defensively, gets forward well, and the fact those three clubs, with different ways of playing,
Yeah, very different.
Kerkez suggests he's quite adaptable. You could see him maybe fitting Liverpool's attacking fullback thing, or Real Madrid needing wide options. He's versatile.
Makes sense. And the hunt for young South American stars is always intense. Franco Mastantuono.
The Argentine kid from River Plate, midfielder, very young, 17.
And the Mail says Man United, Chelsea, and Real Madrid are all battling for him. There's talk of a $38 million release clause.
Oof, $38 million for a 17-year-old.
Explain that release clause thing again for anyone maybe newer to this.
Sure. So it's basically a price written into his contract. If a club offers that exact amount, River Plate pretty much have to let him talk to that club.
Skips the haggling, sort of.
Kind of, yeah. It gives the buying club certainty on the price, but it also means paying top dollar, especially for someone so young. But clearly these huge clubs think he could be genuinely special down the line.
Okay, sticking with Man United, they seem keen on more proven Premier League players too. Matthias Cunha.
The forward from Wolves, Brazilian international, 25.
Sky Sports reckon United want him, but they're not alone. Arsenal, Villa, and apparently 2 other Premier League clubs are interested too.
Right, so stiff competition there.
What makes Cunha such a hot property within the league itself?
Well, he's shown what he can do in England already. Versatile across the front line, works hard, got that bit of flair, moments of brilliance.
Less of a risk than bringing someone in from abroad, maybe.
Exactly. Clubs know him. They've seen him play against them. Wolves will know this too, mind you. They'll likely want a pretty penny for him, given all that interest.
Okay, this next one sounds complicated, like, transfer dominoes falling?
Ah, the potential chain reaction.
Yeah, the Telegraph suggests Nottingham Forest and Bayer Leverkusen might go for Man City's James McAtee.
The young English midfielder, yeah.
If City managed to sign either Morgan Gibbs-White from Wolves or Florian Wirtz from Leverkusen.
Right, so McAtee's move depends on City buying someone else first.
It's intricate. What does that tell us about how clubs plan these things?
Well, it shows they rarely just have one target. You know, they've got plan A, plan B, plan C.
Contingency plans.
Exactly. And what one club does affects another's plans. McAtee's a good young player, probably wants more game time. If City do sign a Gibbs White or a Wirtz, then McAtee might look elsewhere. And Forest or Leverkusen could be waiting. It's a web.
A complex web indeed. Okay, let's look outside the Premier League for a sec. Mohamed Kudus at West Ham.
Great player. Ghana winger, 24.
The Guardian reports he's getting interest from Al Nasser in Saudi Arabia.
The Saudi elite continues to make moves.
What's the draw still for players like Kudus?
Well, let's be honest, the money is a huge factor. Often life-changing sums compared to Europe.
Securing the future financially.
Absolutely. And maybe the chance to be a star player in a league that's growing, experience something different. Kudus is dynamic. Losing him would be a blow for West Ham, but a big gain for Al Nasser.
And speaking of big Saudi moves, Al Hilal.
Uh-oh, what now?
According to Sport in Spain, they've put in a $75 million bid for Rafinha from Barcelona.
$75 million.
And get this, they're apparently offering him a 4-year deal worth $151 million.
Wow. Just wow. Those numbers are astronomical.
What does that say about Al Hilal's ambition? It's just immense.
It just confirms they want the Saudi Pro League to be a major player, globally. They're proving they can attract top talent, players in their prime like Rafinha, with these kinds of offers. Hard for the player, and maybe even Barcelona, to ignore.
Okay, back towards the Premier League, sort of. João Fila.
The saga continues. Still technically a Chelsea player, right? But on loan at AC Milan.
Yep. And Caught Offside says talks about maybe going back to Benfica this summer.
Back where it all started for him.
It hasn't quite clicked for him since leaving Benfica, has it? Atletico, Chelsea, Milan?
No, not consistently. He's shown flashes, but maybe going back somewhere familiar where he felt comfortable and play his best football. He could be smart.
A chance to reset.
Exactly. Rebuild confidence, find his form again in a system he knows. It makes a lot of sense, potentially.
Right, let's switch back to managers. Barcelona and Hansi Flick.
The German coach took over not too long ago.
Sky Germany reports they're in advanced talks about a new deal for him until 2027.
That sounds like a show of faith.
Yeah, suggests they want some stability, build something longer term with him. What does an extension like that signal?
It signals trust, basically. Belief in his direction, his leadership. It tells everyone, players, fans, potential signings, that Flick is their guy for the foreseeable future. Gives everyone a bit of stability.
And some good news for Real Madrid fans. Vinicius Jr.
Vinny Jr., what about him?
Fabrizio Romano is saying he's in the final stages of signing a new contract extension.
Locking him down. Smart move. Crucial player for them.
Absolutely vital. Securing a player like him, one of the best attackers in the world, it's a massive priority.
Definitely. Keeps him happy, keeps other clubs away. Big statement from Real Madrid.
Meanwhile, Arsenal seem pretty persistent about Martin Zubimendi.
The Real Sociedad midfielder. Spanish international.
Caught Offside reckons Arsenal are still hopeful, even though he's been linked with Real Madrid too. They really seem to rate him.
They must do. He's a quality defensive midfielder, reads the game well, good on the ball, breaks up play.
What Arsenal need.
He'd certainly add steel and control to their midfield, no doubt. The fact they're sticking with it, despite Real Madrid maybe sniffing around, shows how much they think he fits what they're building.
And finally, back to Leeds, but a potential out. Junior Firpo.
The left back, Dominican Republic international.
Todo Fichalles in Spain links him with a move back to La Liga to Real Betis.
Back to Spain for him, potentially.
Why might a player like him want to go back to a league he's already played in?
Well, several reasons. Familiarity, for one. He knows La Liga, knows the style, the culture. Maybe it suits his game better.
And personal life too, maybe.
Could be. Closer to home, family. And with Leeds maybe wanting to reshape the squad for the Premier League, perhaps he sees Betis as a good move right now. A fresh start in familiar territory.
So, yeah, as we've heard, the football world is just buzzing. Loads of potential deals, manager situations.
It's nonstop, isn't it? And clubs are clearly already deep into planning for next season.
Definitely. And we have to stress again, these are reports even from good sources like EPLnews.org.
But the transfer market is wild. Things change fast, deals collapse, surprises happen.
Totally. It really gets you thinking, though. Which of these moves, if they actually happen, would shake things up the most?
Yeah. Like, could Villa genuinely challenge the top four with De Bruyne? How would Leeds cope if Farke left?
The knock-on effects are fascinating to consider.
They really are. Each one could change a club's whole season, maybe even longer term. One big transfer can send ripples everywhere.
Well, for more detail on all these stories as they develop, remember to check out eplnews.org. They've got the full coverage.
Definitely worth keeping an eye on.
And maybe we can leave you with this thought. Looking at everything we've discussed, all this potential chaos, what single move, transfer, or manager do you think would cause the biggest surprise and have the most unexpected consequences next season? Something to chew on.